Hello everyone, and welcome to a new episode and a new video about narcissism. If you're interested in our topics about narcissism, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so that you receive all our upcoming episodes. Firstly, my speech might be in masculine form to simplify the delivery of the information, but you should know that everything we discuss about narcissism is not specific to any particular gender, whether it's women or men. The narcissistic personality we're talking about could be either male or female. One terrible trait in narcissism that unfortunately hasn't received much attention is the narcissist's incredible acting skills. Their ability to perform is truly astonishing, and they can deceive everyone around them. The narcissist is one of the most confident and courageous individuals on the planet. But is that really true? What are the biggest fears of a narcissist? The truth, my friends, is that the narcissist has a terrible weakness inside, but they hide it behind a mask of extreme arrogance. Narcissism doesn't develop naturally in a person, it evolves from childhood when there's a lack of proper upbringing or nurturing of one's personality. A narcissist lacks a sense of security in themselves or in those around them. They spend their whole lives constructing a fake image to cover up their true, incredibly fragile selves. Whether you're dealing with a narcissistic partner, a friend, a family member, a boss at work, or a narcissistic colleague, you must understand that communicating with someone with these traits can be painful and draining for you. You've probably experienced in your relationship with a narcissist that they have an incredible ability to strip you of your self-respect and make you feel like you don't deserve anything. When you truly understand narcissism and know its nature, you can reclaim yourself and your strength. You can also make the narcissist avoid you completely. But what does a narcissist fear, and more importantly, how can you make a narcissist fear you? In this episode, I will tell you about more than 12 things that greatly frighten narcissists. The first thing that terrifies narcissists is rejection. The thing that causes narcissists the most fear, anxiety, frustration, and feelings of failure is rejection. Narcissists despise rejection, as it shakes their identity and constantly makes them feel unloved or in a state of degradation. Any form of rejection, whether personal, professional, or social, leads narcissists down a dark and blocked path, often turning them into aggressive and hostile individuals. Throughout their lives, narcissists love to play the role of someone who rejects anything around them. When they feel that their control is slipping or weakening, they will go to great lengths to regain control. Narcissists never admit to feeling rejected due to any word or action, and instead, they resort to various methods of revenge, threats, and public humiliation as a form of retaliation. The second thing that narcissists fear is humiliation and embarrassment. Due to their grandiose nature, narcissists cannot think rationally or realistically. Their expectations are often highly unrealistic, and any form of humiliation or embarrassment terrifies them immensely. To protect themselves from these feelings, narcissists put themselves in a dominant position by humiliating and embarrassing those around them. Narcissists deceive themselves into thinking they are perfect and can do no wrong. Even the slightest hint of failure threatens the perfection that narcissists have constructed for themselves and deceived others into believing. Narcissists can deal with this internal failure by lying to themselves extensively and strongly believing in these lies. However, when narcissists try to paint a perfect image of themselves and can't hide the truth, they feel completely shattered. It is entirely normal to dislike failure, but failure itself can be a means for personal growth when one can learn from their mistakes. To turn failure into a positive experience, a person must self-reflect, something that narcissists can only do if they reach a certain stage in their lives where they are ready to change for the better. The third thing that narcissists fear is confrontation. Normal people are emotionally aware, proud of themselves, and often reveal their true personalities to others. In most cases, they continuously work on self-improvement through self-reflection and self-assessment of their actions. Normal individuals have a level of intimacy and connection with their friends, families, and loved ones, and part of this intimacy involves the freedom to express their true selves. On the other side, narcissists are very afraid of confrontation. That's why they avoid self-evaluation and constantly feel that strong intimate relationships between them and others represent a threat. Ironically, the common image of a narcissist is someone who admires themselves in the mirror, but the truth is that they always escape from their true self. Narcissists are often disconnected from their true selves. They consistently try to avoid their weaknesses by surrounding themselves with delusions of superiority and self-preference. The only thing a narcissist can do is to convince others of their fake sense of self-worth. Due to their extreme fear and lack of security, narcissists heavily rely on how others perceive them. They need constant praise and admiration, otherwise, life becomes very difficult for them. That's why narcissists are experts at convincing those around them to believe in and support this fake personality. Furthermore, narcissists hate expressing gratitude or thanking someone. Expressing gratitude and thanks requires a connection with one's own feelings and an acknowledgement that they are genuinely grateful for something specific. When dealing with a narcissist, you'll find that gratitude and thanks make them feel indebted, which they despise. Additionally, the sense of entitlement in narcissists makes them believe that they deserve special treatment and attention. Those who interact with them must acknowledge their superiority, it's not the other way around. For the average person, when someone does them a favor, they naturally appreciate it and express thanks. However, the absence of gratitude and appreciation is an integral part of a narcissist's personality. They can't function without these supplies, which, for a narcissist, are like drugs to an addict. Depriving a narcissist of your admiration and praise will lead to a severe reaction. If you want to cause significant frustration for a narcissist, withdraw your admiration for them. When you do this, the narcissist will resort to emotional manipulation and attention-seeking in the hope of regaining your interest. Furthermore, what narcissists fear is death. Ordinary people fear death because they don't know what the end of their life will be like, or they fear the pain and suffering associated with it. This fear is undoubtedly distressing. On the other hand, narcissists fear death because they constantly think that they are not invulnerable or strong. Their high sense of arrogance or self-esteem is just an illusion. When a narcissist dies, everything they lived for dies with them, meaning that all their efforts in life were in vain. If you want to make a narcissist truly suffer, try to make them realize that they won't live forever and that there is an end to their existence. Next, narcissists are afraid of feeling remorse. Remorse, folks, is a feeling and sensation, and narcissists are very afraid of their own feelings. In addition to this, narcissists hate admitting that they have made any kind of mistake, and feeling remorse means that they are forced to acknowledge that they have made an error. Most people find it difficult to apologize even when they know they are wrong. However, narcissists have a strong commitment to their self-importance and idealized nature, which makes them feel like they cannot make mistakes. Even when presented with concrete evidence of their mistakes, narcissists will find ways to manipulate the situation to avoid appearing weak. Furthermore, narcissists fear being humiliated. Nobody likes humiliation, but regular individuals can accept constructive criticism because they have a degree of self-confidence that enables them to withstand attempts to undermine their self-esteem. This is not the case with narcissists because deep down, they feel a tremendous fear. When you confront a narcissist with something that contradicts the delusions they hold, it can be extremely painful for them. When a narcissist feels humiliated, they often dwell on the situation and can't overcome the sense of humiliation. They may start seeking ways to retaliate against the person who humiliated them. Additionally, narcissists are afraid of taking responsibility. The common trait among narcissists is their inability to take responsibility for their actions. They must always ensure that someone else will be blamed for any mistake they make because they are skilled at distorting reality and treating those around them as if they were crazy, while they are the only ones who are rational. When you accuse a narcissist of anything, they will become extremely angry, and their natural reaction is to attack the accuser. This is one of the tactics they employ to intimidate the victim and force them to submit. In any case, it is impossible to find a narcissist who can genuinely take responsibility. Even when faced with their mistakes or actions, if you refuse to let them blame you, they become frustrated and angry. When a narcissist is caught red-handed with their mistakes or actions, they will argue vehemently and attempt to convince you that what you see is a lie and not reality. If you want to make a narcissist afraid of you, hold them accountable for their actions. What comes next is that narcissists are afraid of losing control. Narcissists always want to be in control, and there is a strange motive behind everything they say or do. If a narcissist mistreats you and you don't react or respond in a way they expect, it terrifies them. One of the most effective ways to disarm a narcissist is to not react instead of reacting. A narcissist wants their victim to be in a constant state of readiness, never knowing what the narcissist might do next. They want to have you in their grasp, and if you don't respond in a way that satisfies them, they will panic in ways you can't imagine. What follows is that narcissists fear not being the center of attention. You know what truly terrifies a narcissist? Giving your complete attention to someone other than them. This is something that narcissists despise greatly. A narcissist must be the center of attention at all times, and if that's not the case, their fake self-esteem crumbles completely. Any public discussion where the narcissist is not the focal point will be a cause of severe distress and shock for them. Say things like, "Wow, that's great," or "You've really excelled, your parents must be proud." So, how can you make a narcissist afraid? It's crucial to understand that making a narcissist afraid of you doesn't mean diminishing their value or trying to become their adversary. It's about taking away their power. In many cases, narcissists can be friends, family members, or colleagues, and distancing yourself from them is not always easy. Nevertheless, you can make them step back and keep your distance from them if you can identify what frightens them and act accordingly. This way, you can create some space between you and the narcissistic individual without having to deal with the negativity that arises from the relationship. I hope you found this episode helpful, and I look forward to the next one on a new topic related to narcissism. Thank you all, and peace be upon you.